as Abians. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Ginika Olwaha. Now, ahead of the next month's commencement of electioneering campaigns for 2023 general election in the country, some political parties have started gearing up by setting up their campaign councils in preparation for the battle ahead. The ruling All Progressives Congress APC have appointed Plateau State Governor Simon Lalong as the Director General of APC Campaign Council. The main opposition, People's Democratic Party, the PDP, is also at the verge of doing same. Now, I understand that they are still having issues, but as soon as they are done, they will do same, just like the APC have done. Now, the Labour Party, which appears to be the third force, is also waiting in the wings to do same. So, what is the essence of setting up these campaign councils for political parties? That will be the focus of the platform here on Flow 94.9 FM. We'll take a breather now. When we come back, you meet my guest. Stay with us.
This is Political Update. Former Minister of Communications Adebayo Shitu said contrary to speculation, the Plateau State Governor Simon Lalong was selected as Director General Tinubu Campaign Organization to placate the Christian community is not true. Lalong, who is also the chairman of Northern Governors Forum, was recently unveiled at the State House of Director General of Tinubu Presidential Campaign Council. The national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, had explained that the choice of Lalong was based on his ability to do the work required to ensure victory for the Tinubu Shetima ticket in the next year's presidential election. Corroborating his position in a phone interview, Shitu said that the choice of Lalong and spokesman for the campaign council, Festus Keyamo, was not a move taken to appease the Christians, especially in the north. Senator Mao Huabonwa has decried the menacing activities of bandits in Abia North and told the All Progressives Congress APC-led federal government to rise to its responsibility of protecting lives and property to avoid the people resorting to self-defense. The former leader, ECOWAS Parliament, said these while reacting to the recent blocking of Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway between Leru and Okigwe and repeated attacks on Thursday around the same axis, plus another isolated attack at Lomara, Numunuchi. Senator Huabonwa said that the rate of terrorist attacks on innocent people of Abia North is getting out of hand and can no longer be tolerated. He knocked the APC-led federal government for failing to protect the lives of Nigerians who are now being picked up like chickens by bandits. The minority leader in the Abia State House of Assembly, Chijioke Chukwu, is berating the Action People's Party APP suit seeking the disqualification of the APC governorship candidate in Abia State, Ikechi Emenike, from contesting the 2023 governorship election. Chukwu, while reacting to the suit, regretted that some former APC members were behind such malicious move, posited that the suit was dead on arrival as it has no substance. He urged the aggrieved former APC members to retrace their steps and make peace with the party rather than pursue nameless suits in court.
Suit filed by APC asking INEC to qualify the APC governorship candidates, and I've gone through the suit and I found out that the suit is not what the people, and it's not as if APC is not mindful of the activities of some of our former members who have mischievously gone ahead to form a war room. But instead of them retracing their steps back to the party, they have decided to go the inglorious way of bringing down the structure that gives them the platform on which they are shown.
That was Political Update. I am Wisdom Thomas.
All right, thank you so much, Wisdom, for that update. Like I told you, we'll be looking at the setting up of campaign councils for various political parties. Of course, you know that 29th of September, that should be next month. INEC said that's when the ban on campaign will be lifted, so you go ahead and campaign whoever you want to actually represent you. Now, I have joining me virtually a public affairs analyst, Chief Raf Ebu. Thank you so much, Chief, for joining me on the platform this morning.
Thank you, Vinika. Thank you, our great listeners.
Okay, I think we should just start with knowing the essence of setting up of a campaign council by a political party. Right now, APC, they've done same. PDP, they just appointed 2 people as their spokesperson for the campaign council, and other parties are yet to do same. But just tell us the essence of setting up of a campaign council by a political party. People need to know.
Okay,
Guineas, we are talking politics.
Exactly.
Let me take advantage and privilege of being a guest to start this way that I condemn the political class for the point they have taken us to. If you look at the atmosphere, it's still gloomy, plenty of fear and uncertainty. In fact, none of their members can with certainty say where we are going. None. PDP, APC, Labour Party, and the rest. None. Forget the speeches from their different presidential candidates and some of their chieftains. Democracy should foster an atmosphere of conviviality, peace and progress. But we have seen retrogression. The roads are not safe, the air is not safe, collapse of basic institutions. So it is worrisome. So why this background? Very simple. Why am I making this background? I'm a key political player. And if we say democracy, what is democracy? We say government by the people and for the people. Government by the people for themselves. That means good. So when we walk ourselves back by backward integration, instead of forward integration, then there should be concerns.
Yeah.
We should ask ourselves whether what we are practicing is democracy. Now let's go to the point you asked. I wanted to lay that foundation. It's very important.
Okay.
Because in a democracy, preparation is the foundation, classical foundation for performance. Preparation will meet expectation. Now, if you are prepared, let me take myself. I like the tortoise. Tortoise say when you are counting people, start from yourself. So give me the privilege to start from myself. Supposing Rafebu wants to contest to be governor of Abia State or president of Nigeria. Okay? I want to tell you that by now, democratic principles and norms requires that you come prepared. I should have been taking note. It should not be a one-time thing. You don't wake up and say you want to be House of Reps, House of Assembly, Chairman. It's a positive ambition. It can be, you can call it vision. Ambition is misleading. Ambition is too separate. So vision. That I want to be chairman of my local government and to change things. Then what will I be doing? In terms of performance index, progress index, you say part of it will be recruitment of personnel. The other thing will be exposition of vision. What do I want to do? Then who will help me? I can bet you that most of our leaders, all of us doing politics, now has a notebook. They meet people, they make impression, and then you come, you wait until you have won, and then every group begin to demand, it's okay, I take somebody from Okwa. Then it will lead to what we have, let me use the federal level now, where you are commissioner for, is it works and housing, or was it power and works at the time? He's a lawyer, it's an aberration. So preparation is very important.
Chief, before you go ahead, when you talk about preparation, I'm also looking at what this particular campaign council, what should be their mandate?
No, I'm coming.
Does it really have to do with the ideology of the party or the party manifestos and the rest of that?
I am coming. Okay. I will give you things that can change the system. It's not enough campaign can. I'm coming. Okay. I'm laying a foundation.
All right.
So if candidates and their parties are up to their vision, ordinarily, party is not only about choosing candidates that should represent a people. It's also about the vision. If the vision is in place, you say, okay, what do we do? The structures ought to be in place. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Now,
you come out. You are just telling me of our ideology. Let's handle that. It's very important to me before we talk to the campaign organization. Quickly. Okay. Now, I was watching TV the other day. Oshomle said, Labour came and they were asking them of security, and the Tati said it is a secret. We will announce later. And he was laughing. They now asked him, okay, what will your candidate do differently? He said, no, as I'm talking, I don't know. I'm waiting when they release. You can see what I'm saying. In terms of ideology, parties must come prepared. Individuals must come prepared. Then announcement of, I don't want to go to the radical side, I want to go. Otherwise, I would have told you that announcement of campaign organization is an innovation we have brought in to culturalize democracy. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been necessary. But since it's happening, let's leave it. That is a radical position. So campaign councils by the Nigerian, by the way we have chosen to play, is good. It's good. And I'm not sure the information you gave is correct that they have now. None of the parties has announced their campaign.
DG, they have. APC.
No. APC has picked one or two persons. Yes. PDP has picked one or two. Campaign committees will be more than 100 persons into different committees. You know, different committee, publicity, that, and all that. They are yet to do so, but they have picked. APC picked two people. I think.
That's the DG. The DG and the spokesperson for the campaign council.
Solomon Lalong, governor of Plateau State, yes. And who is the governor, the chairman of the Northern Governors Forum. Okay, a Christian. Now, the chairman just spoke yesterday. He will bring us the vote. Now, Lalong wasn't good as a vice president, but he's good as a campaign director that has nothing. Nothing.
We'll still get to that because I want to know if actually, before now in APC they said they've chosen a presidential candidate who is a Muslim, vice presidential candidate who is also a Muslim. Now there's this agitation here and there, especially from the northern part of the country, that it appears that APC have left them out completely, the northern APC members there. So they are now saying, no, you must balance the equation. Now, probably that's why they are bringing on board Simon Lalong, who is a Christian, to balance the equation. But I'm just wondering, what can that do to assuage the feeling of people from the northern APC? That is the point I'm saying. Now, when I was talking preparation, you said no. And some of you will say, I said preparations are important because you factor certain things. To come to a plural society like Nigeria that does not have a conquest experience before being one. The organization is from European nations, you see, that thought were experiences of conquest by most superior forces and then giving them to go and we don't have that experience. Igbo group, a nation of this, the Benin, a nation. Some of you say religion matter. It matters, my brother. I am one of those who say even it matters. You aggregate votes, you aggregate interest. Tell me, Paman, what do you want? We produce oil. I tell you what we want. That we want our money to be used. Then you calculate everything, depend the amount. Paman, what do you want? Oh my man. Then we aggregate. I believe in aggregation. Now let's go straight to your point for your interest. Okay. Will he assert what is wrong? No. What is the function of a dingy? Help us. It's a furtherance of servitude. What was Adiji got after 3? Perhaps they take him from minister to, they take him from governor to minister, individual satisfaction. He wouldn't have a say in the choice. He ought to have been Muslim, Christian, Muslim, vice versa. That is what it ought to be. But you can see they're struggling. Now they bring in Lalong, they bring in who again? Kayamo.
And professionally, I could force the appointment of Kayamo and his brother the other side. What is his name? The other senator, the other side. But that is not the issue today. Campaigns. What I was having on preparation is that it helps to raise certain fear, begin to create fears, create divisions, and then when you have wounded people, you now begin to say, you waste more time in healing. This is what have an issue, and that's why preparation. Before we step into this, it is time Nigeria must live at hot season, where we just do things on the spur of the moment. So you can see the problem is still checking. It's checking, seriously checking.
Okay, Chief, I also want to know, these before you appoint somebody to become the DG of a campaign council, what can be, considered? Are you talking about resources? The person, does he have what it takes to finance the campaign, or are you talking about his political reach? What is he bringing on board in terms of convincing the people to actually vote for their party? Is that all that should be looked at before one is appointed to lead the campaign council?
First is administrative ability.
Okay.
Because he's a coordinator. The first and foremost should be administrative. Can you pull all our diverse subjects and subterranean lines together? Can you pull them? Ability to pull them. He's a coordinator. It's not about resources. It's about ability to pull contending units together very quickly.
Now, let's take, for instance, Governor Simon Lalong, who is a governor. I don't think he has held any other national position. And when I mean national, probably at the federal level. He was one time or two-term Speaker of the Plateau State House of Assembly, and now second-term governor for Plateau State. Now, looking at Plateau State, there have been a series of crises there. I don't know if he has been able to manage that. I'm just looking at what necessitated his appointment to lead the APC.
Is first and foremost religion. He's the governor of Northern Forums. Northern Christians are angry. First is the religious factor. Okay. So they want to put a face that will represent the aggrieved faction. Well, that is clever. But whether it will bring the deeper dividend is a different matter. I don't think so. I'm being honest. It's not because it's just a Christian. Whether it will bring to the Northern Christians the level of dividends they will want. Perhaps, let me jump quickly. Who knows? Because we take them seriously because they are ruling party.
Yeah.
I think that the Christians should go beyond that to ask them to say, okay, if you want to correct a mistake, it's democratic enough. How do we correct it? Perhaps the Senate President, House of Representatives, maybe Defense, SGF must be. You sign, no longer talking, because we have seen that talkings can be waived as you sign, and we'll make it public.
Okay.
Perhaps, but what they have done first is religion. They want to play the Christian card and assuage some fear. But again, you must give it to the man. If a man has been a speaker 2 times, for Christ's sake,
yeah,
and he's a governor, I mean, he's tested now. At the level we are, there must be pockets of crisis once in a while. You don't expect an Eldorado. We are still a nascent environment and democracy. So I think if Lalong is a former 2-time speaker and now governor for 2 tenors.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about your party, the PDP, People's Democratic Party. Obviously, they are yet to come up with any campaign organization yet. They just appointed 2 persons that will be speaking for the campaign council that is yet to be formed. What are they supposed to be looking at? Because you know that they are, you people are in the opposition right now, nationally. So you need to bring something that will convince the people. Don't forget you've been there before. And probably your party didn't do well, and that's why the Nigerians rejected the party. Now you want to come back. You need something that you need to present the people for them to, get convinced and probably look your way.
Well, I don't spare people wherever I am. I try to straighten things. Now, when I was talking about building a foundation, you can see where I'm coming from. I said preparation will precede performance. Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
All this, when you have a plan and a clear vision, devoid of unnecessary, unhealthy manipulation. That is why people like me, I cry for internal party democracy. When you don't have that foundation, it reproduces upward. The convention would have been seamless. Selection of where the president should go would have been an issue decided and settled. It should not be it should not be based on expedience. So those are the problems you are seeing now. Wherever it's happening, I condemn it. I don't support it. The issue of who will emerge president from what area, given our own peculiarity, should have been ab initio a settled matter. Then where is the vice president? But even after that is why I still say preparation. You meet. That the party refused to meet with Governor Wike and I hope they didn't miss others. This is a big mistake. A man who ran credible second.
Yeah.
Anywhere you are doing, whether in my local government, whether in the local meeting, when I go to meetings at Prime Minister and I see one man, we all agree and so on, and he doesn't agree. After the meeting, I go to meeting and say, okay, what else can we do? So you see where the mistake is coming from. Preparation is very important.
Maybe your party is still preparing because at this point you've not set up a council, a campaign council yet. Going by the fact that you are still having internal wranglings. Talk about it, because yesterday Chief Bode George from Lagos State was even saying that the chairman, the national chairman of your party, should come from the southwest. That means that the current national chairman should, make way for the southwest to take over because the APC.
That is what I'm saying. Now you want me to speak like Bode George? I will speak. I am saying that if we have done all these things, preparation, we will have known. Now I am joining you to say it doesn't mean it's not rancor. These things will happen. We have time. In the next 1 week, 2 weeks before presidential campaigns will start in October, September 16th. There's a whole lot of time. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks in politics is quite a long time. Not that they
will to settle the problems you're having.
There's no problem. Wike will be placarded. PDP has a better way of solving her problem. I give them that. Yeah, they've learned from a culture of democracy. And you said it failed. No. If even I were to join the position today, I won't say PDP has failed. In some areas, some of the vision, some of the large vision, that, it has come from them. It's just that a party should be able to reinvent itself. I tell that to the PDP in Abia. I say it's time to reinvent yourself. When you stay 10 years, when you stay 5 years, there's always a time. Even as a human being, as I stay in my house, I ask myself, Ralph was former SLG. If I carry Ralph was former SLG along, I will die of hunger. I will die of irrelevance. So there's always a time for metamorphosis. You change from caterpillar. You change from the larva stage because you have outlived that era. So even in Abia, we must reinvent. We must change, if you want to hear that. But that doesn't make them useless. That is the call of nature. PDP had a way, railways, that, even the democratic culture. You will see Wike in the next 3 weeks. I like what Wike did. I hope our Igbo politicians are governors. I wish some of them are listening to me. Sometimes it's good. Even we from Okwa will say no. We will say no. It doesn't mean we don't believe in cohesive living. Because politics is always a negotiated act. Even in America, blacks are marching the street. I listened to a pastor in Jimmy Swiggers' church who said, no matter you agree. I said, that is stupid talk. No matter you agree. Sometimes, you protest. Sometimes it may lead to destruction. But what they are calling for is negotiation. Listen to us and then hear us and take what we have. So politics is about negotiation, consensus, compromise, and we'll go. Wike will fall in line within the next 2 weeks, I can bet you.
No,
PDP is good at that. And there's nothing wrong. He may gain certain things. Give us chairman. And that is why I want Igbos to ask their voice. What will be coming? We shouldn't lose the talent. We love the distance. If our guys are strong in PDP, it's okay. Even the national chairman, bring it, including Senate president, something else. That is politics, and that is good for some of you. Say it's rhetoric. I say politics is also about rhetoric. Even Yabi is once in a while.
Yeah. So
nothing wrong. In the next 2 weeks, some of these things will flashing out. Campaign, given the culture we have taken, let's flow with that. I would have said no, but it's good. It's good. It's to help you win. Campaign,
council and organization.
Yes, campaign, very positive. And I want to assure you that I don't like lateness. I like what Obama did. Obama started appointing his men before he took over. And that was what I was telling you. I said, starting from his appointment, I wanted to run. I will help the party. If it is campaign, we know the men. We should know the men who can help us win. You put them out on time.
So going by how PDP is presently constituted, where should the DG of the campaign organization come from?
Give it to Wike, whoever you choose now. They are angry. Not even Southeast. That is not something. After the election, he's gone. I am saying that if they want to give us and they give us today, not tomorrow, give us national chairman. Give the Southeast national chairman. That is what I'm saying. Give us something. If you want to give Wike, then they are angry. Let them take.
When you only have 2 governors from the Southeast.
Eh?
Yes, your PDP has only 2 governors from the Southeast, and your
if you go If you go by antecedent, Southeast has always been. You know, do you want me to give you analysis? APC came into Imo by default. That is the truth. Came into Ebonyi by default. If you want to hear typical politics from me, that is the truth. And you don't uproot people from party easily. I used to tell some people, even in Abia, okay, let me tell you the truth that people want to listen. Let me help them do the analysis.
Okay, you will do the analysis.
Wait. Let me help them.
We need to go on a short break now. When we come back, you complete your analysis here on the platform, the pinnacle of all discussion. Stay with us. All right, welcome back to the program. It's still the platform, the pinnacle of all discussion. And we've been talking about the setting up of campaign council by various political parties ahead of the commencement of the campaigns for 2023 election next month. So we are talking about that, and my guest has been Chief Ralph Ebu, a public affairs analyst and a former secretary to Abia State government. Thank you so much, Chief, and welcome back to the program.
Thank you, Gideon. Thank you.
Okay, I will allow you to finish up with your analysis as regards to the PDP and and Southeast, the zoning. Go ahead.
Yes, I said they should give to start with to assuage, give us national chairman now that he needs much to take it. Then I said, let me give you an based on what we were saying before we went on the break. I said, listen, see how I operate. I operate like Socrates would say, aim for the sky, then you can get across the mountain. Let me give you free consultation services, which I would not have done otherwise. But let me give now. It's supposed that we are in opposition party. I will tell them that every incumbent has an advantage to about 55%. The rest 45% is the element of surprise. I don't know whether you get what I mean there.
Say that again.
Any incumbent party, no matter how good or bad, has an advantage anywhere to the tune of 55%.
Okay. Then
the rest 45% is the element of surprise. Like we saw in Ocean.
Okay.
The battle will always be close. You get me?
Yes.
So I went to BAP somewhere last weekend and everybody was blabbing. I was happy because I got many information, but I just decided, I said, okay, let me teach you one thing. Say, somebody know here, because they accused it, you like it or not. Incumbent sitting on his own with councillors, with social assistance, bang. Say, I'll be charitable enough to give him advantage of already established 50%. But I won't tell you how to upstage take advantage of I won't tell you that. That is a secret for my party.
Okay.
So PDP will bounce back. But why I preach the doctrine of preparation for everybody, for individual, for churches, is that it helps to avoid the avoidable. I don't like dwelling on current problems that we experience in Nigeria are avoidable. Unemployment is avoidable. A little thinking. Running down institutions when strong men come, satanic bullshit, it's a question of time to run down. It's good to live on higher principles. I see. That is why I was teaching you about that background you felt.
Okay.
It's not enough. The campaign committees would have come if the party kept a list of how capable men. You ought to have done that before now.
Okay.
And it should be capable men, not men running to come and tell you I'm the best, I'm not the best. You put them. And then in less than no time you put down the name. And then everywhere is red. So their delaying is a disservice because they create delaying formation of campaign, delaying let me focus on where we are.
Yeah.
Delaying campaign announcement, yes, the constitution and whatever, and giving them their clear mandates, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks to this, and is doing the nation a disservice. I agree with you. I'm talking from that side now for all the parties. Your programs must be ready. Your men must be ready. Even men who will take over the government, whoever is the candidate and the party ought to have a short list.
Okay, now, Chief, I want us to talk about the seeming third force in the political environment in Nigeria today. We're talking about the Labour Party, that has Peter Obi as its presidential candidate. Yes, everybody said it's a movement, and the rest of them. But up to this moment, that particular movement appears not to be well coordinated. We don't know who speaks for the party or who should be the campaign DG of the party. Up to this moment, I know that Donyo Kupe, even when Peter Obi was still in PDP, was the campaign DG for Peter Obi presidential ambition. But right now, I don't know if it's still the same. What should Labour Party be doing at this point in time if actually they think that they are the third force that should give Nigeria the succor they need?
Okay, let me start this way. Does Nigeria need a third and fourth force even? Yes. I think as big as we are, we'll need third and fourth party given the 10. A party of true social democracy is yet to emerge. Now, Obi is, for me is, I don't want to use very harsh, not that I don't like him, but is an accidental discharge of the moment. It's an accidental discharge of the moment. Is he doing well? Yes, given the circumstance. What did you call it? A movement?
Yeah.
Every movement in a difficult era may confuse you they won't follow the traditional pattern. I hope I'm correct, but movement that I've seen don't follow the tradition. That is it. You won't know. It's difficult to say who their leader is. Will they have campaign councils? I want to believe. Part of it will be to wait, because Nigeria is a very strong territory. You produce some, a lot of us don't run on principle. I'm sorry to say that, but about 80% don't run on principle. So who knows? The movement will want, if they know the revolutionary ethics, they want to keep it to almost time that they start the presidential campaign to avoid things that can destroy their name. It is possible because you say the movement. But so far they're doing well, yes. Can social media win you elections? It may not, but it will help significantly because that is the new trend. That is the new trend. A lot of people are hooked on the social media. If you have the good message, they will understand. Literacy level is quite high. Okay? So let's watch out. Let's watch out the next 2 weeks would be extremely revealing. Yeah. Well, if you want me to bless Obi with a consultancy service, within the next 2 weeks, his structure and those he move with must have to be seen. He can't run the Nigerian presidency alone.
Yeah,
I'm just being charitable.
Yes, because that's why I asked, even the publicity secretary of the Labour Party, I don't think he's known to you. Do you know him?
That is what I said. I asked you a question, I teach a lesson when I appear on this kind of program. I said, you gave me a good thing. You said they are running a movement. Is it not so?
Yes.
In movements and revolutionary causes, if I were to run a structure that will change an incumbent, it is not important who does what. Anybody can sign. And I have told you why. Anybody can sign. It's not a president. If you want to uproot an existing system, you must come with an alternative that is not exactly like the one you want to uproot. Who knows? But that is a revolutionary strategy. Yes.
Okay.
After all, they've made the most media impact, whether you like it or not. That is the truth.
Okay, so we are still talking about campaign organization and the chances of them winning election for the party in the next election cycle. And I'm just wondering, let's assume that a party has done very badly. What good can the campaign council do at this time to probably make sure that the party wins again?
Politics remains a contact game. Okay? What is bad to you may not be bad to me. So I am warning every party, including everybody, because I'm charitable when I want to talk like a journalist. Politics, you may be saying APC is bad until you reach core northerners. After all, it was serving a need of certain people. It's bad. You go to North, they will tell you the economy is doing round up. They will say, the man gave us every military command. I had somebody doing fine analysis. I reposted this morning, and the guy was talking, said, we control political. He spoke well. He said, we control political power. To some extent, we have money. We control security, but of what benefit? But to the ordinary man, say, yes, that is the advantage we want to keep. So his disposition and attitude to voting will reflect that worldview. I don't know whether you understand what I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, the same for the Igbo man, survivor. Which one will remove insecurity? And let's say so that I can do my business. And so now, but when you contact, let me walk from the Igbo where I am, and then you contact the Igbo man, it's okay, two of us can share experiences. so on, so on. It can change. I was speaking to one of my leaders this morning, just a few hours before you called, and he taught me a very useful lesson. He said, if you want my services, you have to come to me and talk to me. Then when you talk to me, I look at what you have told me and what I am telling you. If we agree, we move. And I told him, you have now reinforced another important lesson. So politics remains a contact game.
Okay.
What you think to be bad and we are shouting may not be bad. That is why sometimes dictators thrive. That is why certain parties in Congo, in Zaire, in Guinea, and in Ivory Coast will keep thriving. What you think is bad, shouting bad, media shouting bad, may not be bad. So let people reach out.
Okay, now reaching out, they should be taking the message of their various party programs to the people. Now, going by what we are facing as Nigerians now in the country, talk about insecurity, about the economy, and what have you. What should be the message to expect from these political parties and their campaign organization once the ban is lifted next month?
Well, I wouldn't know. I don't attend their meetings, but if I were to advise my own, is that no matter how despondent you think the other side is, a lot of interpretation of visions and dreams are done by the vanguard, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, because you need to convince the people to vote for you.
You convince the vanguard first. I'm telling you practical politics now. Maybe you may not understand, but I'm teaching the vanguard. When you talk to the vanguard of the North, they will know what you are talking, and they get their people to align. Where we are now, the people are not totally independent from the up-fronts that pull them. It could be government, it could be rich people, it can be their notable figures. I don't know whether you get what I mean.
Yeah.
So their messages will reflect that. For the PDP hasn't done badly, but what I'm saying is that there should be a reinvention. The invention is that we can be more disciplined, we can be more tolerant, we can be more social. PDP is democratic party, but they need to be social democratic. The people, the leaders have distanced themselves from the people, and it's causing problem. If you ask me, do you remember one of the true?
I think, Chief, you are beginning to sell your party now.
Okay, no, you asked me. You asked me the message.
Yes, across board, not necessarily PDP. I'm not talking about PDP as a party now. I'm talking.
No, but I told you. I said it would be difficult for me. I said it would be difficult for me to fashion a message for Labour or for what is it? APC. The economic indices is down. So they know what they want to, how they want to say. Look at what we made. Maybe that was responsible, but we have good men. I'm not. It's difficult, but the one I know, like I said, this one has been in power.
Okay, all right.
And shares my close affinity. I won't lie, and I'm saying the message is simple, that we've done before, but we can add new aspects that we see we want. And the new aspect is that a little bit of social democracy. Social democracy is different from democracy. Being democratic.
All right. Chief Rafi Ebu, public affairs analyst and former secretary to Abia State government. Thank you so much for speaking to us on the platform.
Thank you, Abias.
Thank you. Well, there you have him. That's the ever-ready former secretary to Abia State government and public affairs analyst, Chief Rafi Ebu speaking. And we've been talking about setting up of campaign councils for various political parties ahead of the commencement of campaigns next month, of course, going by INEC timetable. What are you expecting these political parties to tell you, to convince you to actually vote for them in 2023? Call us on 08081826949 or 08116052949. You can also send your SMS on 09065108289. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, welcome.
Thank you. My name is Ugonna Eric.
Okay.
That was a pleasure listening to terrific and eloquent Rafi.
Yeah.
Economist when I was in Lagos that I admired so much. And I continue to be somewhat truthful and straightforward even to delve into politics. I never knew he was from my state until very recently.
Okay.
That's apart. I like his analysis of both the APC, the PDP. What I feel like most is his analysis about Labour. I think most of them, somehow, are a bit fearful, and terrorized by the what we call massive movement of the Labour. And most of a party like Labour should keep things under wraps for now. Until he sees the emergence of the what we call the frontline parties, APC and PDP. They wouldn't do much forward. Yes, now they are doing some of the work mostly on social media, whatever. Again, they don't have so much money to spare about.
Okay.
There's something going for them.
All right.
The categories and capacity of the kind of persons that they are putting forward, their honesty, integrity. Yes. So what? Beyond that, for PDP, they still have car crisis. The man wanted to play low in it because he's a member of PDP. And deep-rooted, deep-seated crisis in PDP. They are trying to align our.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
But the third force may be coming from UK with its alignment with counterpart and other people.
Okay, thank you so much. I will go now, Eric. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Senator.
Good morning, welcome.
Thank you. I'm calling from officially.
Okay, Julius, go ahead.
Yeah. I like the way the man and the all the way he analyzes. So I disagree with him that Obi is an accidental movement. But we can never be an accidental movement. Unlike the youth of Nigeria are fed up with the reign of APC and PDP. So the other party has a way of unveiling his spokesperson. So we are coming. They will let them express some patience with us.
Okay.
Thank you. God bless you.
All right, thank you so much. The numbers to call are 08081826949 or 08116052949.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Ikechukwu calling from Amaya.
Welcome, Ikechukwu. Go ahead.
And the thing is that your guest was economically to be some facts.
No, we are not. Hold on, Ikechukwu. We are not really talking about my guest. We are looking at the campaign council, the setting up of campaign council by various political parties. And what should this campaign organization, what are they bringing to the table? So go ahead and make your contribution on that.
Okay. What the campaign organizations are bringing on board now, Nigerians are not interested. Because, do you know why? If you have two political parties who have failed you for 16 years, failed you for 8 years, you see the rally in the national one, what Nigerians now want, they don't want anything that will make PDP or AP to sit at the national center. So if any state politician or any of this party may have to win election, it may be on individual perspective character. Because what wins the election is a political race. And that political race is a political range. People are not asking any structure. In fact, if you bring if you go and bring one of our apostles of Christ to be in the PDP, he may likely to lose it. Because that party has not, the PDP, they don't, you see, when the independence comes to Nigeria, look at come up now. Look at a country like Egypt. Egypt is far looking like Europe. Ghana have taken off. Ghana is the largest faculty in the world, university in the world. Ghana, Panama University.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
And here, see what we are doing here.
Okay, thank you so much. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning, welcome.
Yeah, my name is Chief Dobila. They call me Yoruba. Very short for one line.
Okay.
In fact, my brother Araf, you have said it all. We are there, I'm disagreeing with him, my brother. That place he said that incumbent power have 55%. My brother, that was then. That was then when they were after the election, they will go somewhere and write it. My brother, it will be a surprise to you that the incumbent government like Aja now, when you set up that your campaign team, what are they going to tell the people for them to vote for you? Where is that campaign team? Things are going wrong in the state. No good advisor. I don't know that man has such brain. I think such people are supposed to advise you. If you want to win now, these people will talk to you. If any governor who does not do well, you bring somebody to come and replace you. What are you going to tell the people? Because I know the governor will be working with the candidates and talk like the arena.
Buhari will be going around with somebody that is going to replace him and telling them, my country people, vote this man, he will start where I stop. So he has been telling us now that this man will start where he stopped. What did he do? So all of them are going to fail. People got PVC now, you will see a stakeholder in his polling booth. In his polling booth, he will get only 5 votes. When it is always him and his even his wife will not vote them because his wife will know that things are going wrong.
All right.
Things are but then you see what will happen this election.
Okay.
It will be the surprise will be too much. People cannot bear it.
Okay, thank you so much. I think you've made your point. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Speaker.
Good morning, welcome.
I am Dr. Pendaja. My name is Obama. GD.
Okay.
I am calling from the Quantum Association Agency, a diplomatic man, exemplar of wisdom, the rope of Adrian, Chairman Dadia, Alex Poti. Mr. Speaker, P2B is a brand to Nigerians. I hear me.
Go ahead.
P2B is a brand to Nigeria. Tinubu Atiku, he didn't match P2B. P2B is a brand new candidate for Labour.
Okay. All right.
When people are talking about the campaign team of P2B, P2B will last and make everything possible to bring somebody within the Nigerians, the normal things,
Okay.
Democrat.
All right. Okay.
I hear me.
All right.
Mr. Speaker,
Wrap
the same
up.
thing with you. Alex Oti is a brand too.
Okay. Thank you so much for making your point there. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Democrat.
Good morning, welcome.
My name is Emeka. I'm calling you from Macaulay Street.
Welcome, Emeka. Go ahead.
Labour Party is an accidental movement led by Rafael. Accidental movement in the sense that originally people did not lost the ambition of vying for the position through Labour Party. He originally lost the ambition through the vehicle of PDP. Now, it is an accidental movement because one, he was with PDP and read the harassment and read that PDP might not give him the ticket left for Labour Party. That is why Labour Party becomes an accidental movement.
Okay.
I'm an Igbo. You are an Igbo also. So, we all are saying that P2B will go, P2B will go, P2B will go. But P2B did not originally lost the ambition through Labour Party.
All right. Okay.
He
Thank you.
left from PDP.
All right.
So that's why the movement becomes an accidental movement.
Okay.
I want to.
Okay, thank you so much. Now let's go over to our SMS line. This one is coming from Chukwuemeka Baby King. He said, anybody still doubting Mr. P2B's movement and maybe still don't believe in social media, that means the person is still living in primitive era because information is power. Thank you so much, Chukwuemeka. This one said, okay, it's coming from Akobondo. Akobondo Wisdom said, SAG, former SAG has said it all. It's all about protecting the interest of your party. Thank you so much. This one said, good morning. Atiku and Tinubu are too old. We, the youth, need a leader who will economize the country's fund. PDP in Abia has failed totally, so we need a competent leader who won't lie to the workers, who won't owe 1 year's salary and come back to pay workers half salary and use 8 years to build one flyover. Labour Party of P2B, all okay. I think you've made your point too. Thank you so much. Let's go over to our Facebook page. Ezeka Elvis said, on today's political discussion, the truth and fact still remain that the previous administration being led by PDP can't be in any way compared to what we are seeing now, which happens to be the present APC administration, because even the blind man can spot the difference. I'm just hoping and praying that well-meaning and patriotic Nigerians won't make the same costly and regrettable mistake we made in 2015. I believe we are all paying dearly for it today. Affliction, they say, shall not rise again. Thank you so much, Ezeka Elvis. Chukwuemeka Nigeria, he said, anybody... Okay, I think I've read this already. Well, I think that's where we will have to drop it today on the platform, the pinnacle of all discussion. Thank you so much, all of you who called in, who listened, who sent in your SMS. Thank you so much. The show returns on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Sincere thanks to Amaka. Amaka, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Wheezy, thank you. My name is Ginika Olwaha. Nedu Astanku, God bless you. I'll see you again on Wednesday at 10. Good morning.